Well, hello there, all you strange and interesting creatures of the internet. Welcome back to the All Seasons on F1 2020. And yes, it's time to renegotiate our contract. Yes, I know I teased you last week by not saying which team we're going to drive for Season 2, but now you can clearly see that we are going to go up 2 teams and drive for a team that we have never driven before in the All Seasons. Yes, have you guessed it yet? Have you guessed it? Yes, it's AlphaTauri, of course, yes. Only because they've changed their name. We have driven for them. I'll just get on with it. Anyway, to anyone who's getting disappointed and thinking, oh no, he's not going to drive for McLaren. Well, don't be disappointed, because don't forget, these team performances go up and down during the season. So your favourite team could still be included, and we may not be driving for Renault. So don't get too disappointed. So there you go then. We're going to drive now for Scuderia AlphaTauri. Hopefully, anyway, if they accept us, well, they should do. It's a Hookster. For God's sake, who would not accept a Hookster in their team? We're going to go for, I think we're going to go for medium risk. Yeah, I don't want to be too risky. No. I like to sort of just skip on the danger zone. Yes, not actually go into it. Yes. So let's have a look then and see. God. And yes, we've been signed. Well done. And we get 570k for our perk fund as well. Love it. Absolutely love it. Those dancing girls are going to be mine. All mine. So oh, God, these perks look a little bit crap, don't they? Social. Oh, God. Power, oh, that's not what I was expecting at all, to be honest. But anyway, let's purchase some perks then. That's damn disappointing. Damn disappointing, I have to say. Anyway, so here we are in our AlphaTauri car for Season 2 of the All Seasons on F1 2020. And it's time to end the season now, as you can see, and go into Season 2. Yes, Season 2. And there you go. We've got to finish the season. So we're going to press a button now. I don't know what actually happens here. What happens? What happens? Do we all just disappear and come back again? I don't know.
Nice job this season. You've been performing well, and that's putting us in a strong negotiating position contract-wise. Plus, my 10%'s getting more valuable. So enjoy your break, and keep up the good work next year.
Oh, we got called in to see Headmistress Emsky. Oh, lovely, lovely. Anyway, according to Carl, Roman Grosjean has now retired from Formula 1. Now, this could affect some driver changes. Anyway, before we do all that, let's have a look now at our team reveal. I don't know why we can look at a team reveal. We've already seen what the car looks like. Yes, it's an AlphaTauri. Anyway, let's accelerate forward now through the times. And our first race, of course, is going to be at Australia. Yes, Australia. And there you go. It's time for our car reveal. Wow, that was exciting. Excitement level 1, everyone. Excitement. Anyway, let's move on. As you can see, we're putting some more parts onto the car. We have looked at the development path that AlphaTauri have followed from last season, and it seems to be pretty much the same as the path that we follow as well. Not really much difference, so that's good. And of course, we're starting a new team, so we get all new engines and everything else. Is gearboxes, all lovely, lovely jubbly. It's just what Hookster needs. A new gearbox. Yes, indeed. So let's move on then to Australia. So out we go for the first qualifying session in our AlphaTauri, and Hookster reports back that the car feels pretty decent at this very early stage in the championship. Feels pretty decent, so we should be on for a good championship result at the end of the season. If we cross the line now, and it's third place at the moment, but oh my goodness, 2.4 seconds behind the leader. That is not good. Anyway, we accelerate forward after a little bit later qualifying. You can see that in fact the Hookster's dropped down to 18th position, so some unfamiliarity with this new car, I do believe, for the Hookster, but he's up on his Delta, almost a second up on the Delta. Let's have a look and see if he improves on 18th place as he crosses the line. The answer to that is going to be a resounding yes, he does. 13th position now. That's a lot better for the Hookster there. Anyway, we accelerate forward now to even more later into qualifying, and you can see that the qualifying is in fact finished. So we've in 12th position we've managed to get up to, and unfortunately our delta time is now down. So it looks like it's going to be 12th as we're about to cross the line, or are we going to drop down like we always do? Let's have a look as we're about to cross the line at Australia. Didn't quite see anything there. Is it going to be 12? Is it going to be 12? Place your bets. No, it's 14. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. Unbelievable. So there you go then. Sebastian Vettel got pole. And oh look, let's see what he's driving. He's driving a Mercedes. Yes, you will get to see all the team changes right now.
No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal. And it's make or break here at Albert Park, home of the Australian Grand Prix since 1996. And home to round one of this year's Formula One World Championship. Just south of Melbourne's downtown business centre is the one and only Albert Park circuit. 3.3 miles of public roads, closed for the weekend of course, make for a bumpy circuit with little undulation. There are 16 corners around the lake and a couple of good passing opportunities here as well, thanks in part to the DRS zones into turns 1, 3 and 13. A new season then, a clean slate where anything could happen. Anthony Davidson is with me today as we get another year of Formula One underway.
We're into those tense few minutes before the first race then. Everyone's a little bit nervous about reliability. They haven't been running in the hot, turbulent wake of other cars in practice. They've not been pushing at 100% for long durations. Let's hope no one has to deal with any nasty surprises.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Sebastian Vettel will start on pole. Fantastic qualifying from the multiple world champion. And Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Albon, Perez, Charles Leclerc and Sainz, Verstappen, Ricciardo, Raikkonen and Lando Norris, Stroll, Ocon, the captain and Bottas, Kvyat, Magnussen, Pierre Gasly and Antonio Giovinazzi, Russell and Nick de Vries. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
Sebastian Vettel in a Mercedes? How on earth is this even possible? Anyway, it's time once again for the 5 lights to go out on the all-season grid. And we say go, 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 and it's away we go. From 13th position on the grid, we've got Ocon in front of us, we've got Stroll in front of us, Norris in front of us as well, as we go into turn 1 in Australia. Let's see if he dives in. Yes, he does. Once again, a little bit of contact there with the Renault. That was Daniel Ricciardo, the Honey Badger, and we got Lance Stroll as well, but he manages to get in front of us, unfortunately, so we're in 10th position at the moment as we go into turn 2. But can we get past Stroll? Yes, we can. We dive down inside Lance Stroll. Look at that, slotting beautifully there between Stroll and the Renault of Daniel Ricciardo. A little bit of yellow flag action going on. I don't know why that is, but anyway, we continue on in 9th position. It's another fantastic result from the man that never gives up and he never surrenders. Don't you know? Don't you know? Yes, it's the Hookster, everyone. It's the Hookster. 9th place at the moment, chasing the Honey Badger, Daniel Ricciardo. Lance Stroll is behind in, of course, the Racing Point car. Yes, the Racing Point car. Or the Mercedes, if you want to be really pedantic. So let's see if we can catch up to the back of these cars in front. And we got Verstappen directly in front of Daniel Ricciardo. And he, of course, is driving for Ferrari for this season. Yes, he has swapped teams and he's now driving for Ferrari. Very, very weird to see Verstappen in a Ferrari, has to be said. But anyway, let's see if we can actually get past these cars. They're going very, very slowly on the first lap of this Grand Prix, I have to say. We've got Verstappen there. We've got, I think that's Carlos Sainz and the McLaren just ahead. So let's see if we can make any progress. Yes, that is Sainz ahead. And, of course, Charles Leclerc, I think he's still driving for Ferrari, just ahead of him. Anyway, about to complete lap 1 and go into lap 2. Fastest lap goes to Lulu, the blessed one himself. As you can see, he's still at Mercedes as we accelerate forward at lap 2. Still chasing the Honey Badger, Daniel Ricciardo. He's sort of half a second in front of us at the moment. Lance Stroll seems to be losing a little bit of ground behind us in that Racing Point car as we beautifully try to turn in there to try and catch up to the back of the Honey Badger in, of course, the Renault. Now, Renault are ahead of us in the development race, so it's not expected that we're going to get past this Renault, but we are going to give it our all as we accelerate forward at lap 3. Look at this, what's going on? To car slowing down. Oh, God, Jesus Christ, went straight to the back of that Racing Point car. I think that was, is that Sergio Perez? I'm not quite sure, but anyway, well, a little bit unsighted there as well. He's going all over the circuit. I think he's got a little bit of the jitters there after that. That was almost an absolute calamity. Almost went, it is Sergio Perez and he's out of the session, but I don't know why he suddenly slowed down there on the circuit. But anyway, we've made it up into 7th position as we accelerate forward at lap 5. Going past the pits and it's now time for our pit stop strategy to open. So yes, we are still doing well. Verstappen's now 6 seconds up the road from us though. Lance Stroll still the car behind in the racing point. He's actually, as I say, half a second. Look at this, he's really going for a move on Hookster here. He's absolutely fed up with being sat behind Hookster for the last few laps, and he tried for a move but didn't quite manage to pull it off, so Hookster still stays in 7th position at the moment on lap 6 as we accelerate for lap 7, going past the pits. There's cars coming in for their one and only stop. Our teammate is in as well. That's Pierre Gasly, and there's a car coming out. It's Hamilton. It's Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes car. We managed to get past him, so at the moment we're in a net 3rd place, but of course we've still got to make our pit stop. And in the lead of this race is Sebastian Vettel as we accelerate forward at lap 8. More cars have come into the pit, so I think we're going to go up into 2nd place now. There's a car come out as well. Wowzers, who was that? I don't know who it was, but anyway, we're now up into the lead. Wowzers, it was Sebastian Vettel in the Mercedes. He's directly behind us now. In fact, Hamilton's directly behind us. Look at this. We've got some real excitement there as Hamilton's trying to go really outside of us, but we managed to hold on, but for how much longer? But don't forget, of course, this is just a net lead because we haven't come in for our pit stop yet. As we accelerate for lap 10, and Hamilton's got past us. Well, it was pretty inevitable that he would get past us in the Mercedes car, and we got his teammate as well. Sebastian Vettel has also got past us. We've dropped 2 positions already under the DRS. Now let's see if we always go for a move to the inside of Sebastian Vettel. He's going to make it stick. Oh, yes, he does. Wowzers, me trousers. Yes, so 2nd place. We have split both the Mercedes cars straight down the middle, and we're holding on to 2nd place as we accelerate for lap 10. I think now we are going to come in for our pit stop. Yes, finally. I think, though, we may have left it a little bit too late for this stop. Yes, I think the other cars are going to get the undercut on us. So we pit from 5th place at the moment. Let's see if the lads can do us a nice fast pit stop. Come on, lads. Yes. Change onto the yellow sidewall tyre, the medium tyre for the rest of this stint. Yes. No, thank you, lads. That was pretty far away. In actual fact, it was pretty slow. 3.1 seconds. This could be a disaster. There's cars coming down the start and finish line. I don't know if we're going to get out. No, we're not. Oh, no. We've blown it. Absolutely blown it. Yes. We have been undercutted hugely there, and we rejoin in 12th position out of the World Championship points on lap 11 as we accelerate for lap 12. Yes, still in 12th position. Raikkonen is now the car ahead of us. Sorry, not behind us, ahead of us. 3 seconds ahead now. And Daniel Kvyat is the car behind, 2.5 seconds. But yes, we've definitely blown it. We've got no chance here of getting any World Championship points as we accelerate for the last lap of the race. Sebastian Vettel has put in the fastest lap, as you can see, and it looks like we are going to finish in a pretty disappointing for our first run out in the AlphaTauri in 12th position. Yes, we certainly didn't get that pit stop strategy right at all. In fact, we made a fundamental error there. We left it about 2 laps too late to come in for our stop, and we lost out. The actual pit stop was a little bit slow as well, has to be said, so that may have been the reason why we lost out. But anyway, we're going to cross the line. It's still a decent result for our first run in the AlphaTauri, has to be said. 12th place is still pretty decent, but unfortunately not in our points target range, so we're just outside of the World Championship points. So there you go, first round in on. Oh god, and our teammate gets driver of the day, Pierre Gasly. Hate him already. Yes, and there it is, Toto Wolff, the Terminator. Is your name Sarah Connor? No, it's Sarah Smith. It's not really, it is Connor, but I just made that up so you won't terminate me. Yes, don't terminate me, please. Please, no, put that away. No, don't stick it in there. Oh, ow. That bloody hurt. Anyway, let's move on onto the podium. And there, I don't know what that was. There is the Lewis Hamilton holding up his trophy. He was the winner. Yes, in the Mercedes. Yes, he hasn't got Valtteri Bottas as his teammate. That's why now. Yes. He's going to win all the races now. So there you go. Yes, last season Valtteri was epic. Absolutely epic. And there you go. The champagne goes over everyone like it always does. Well done, lads. Well done indeed. So it's pretty academic at this stage of the championship, but we are in 12th position and Lewis Hamilton is in first with 25 World Championship points. And in the constructors, we are in 6th position. So it's time to move on to the next round of the championship. Yes, everyone, it's Bahrain. Yes, Bahrain. Oh, I love a bit of Bahrain. I really do. So let's move on then. Advance the time. We've got some more developments and they have gone onto the car, so it's time now to go to the Bahrain Grand Prix. Practice has now been completed. We got some more lovely resource points to add to our collection. In fact, 1,159. Fantastic. So here we are then at Bahrain for our first run out in qualifying. Let's see what time we can put in as we're underneath the floodlights at Bahrain, and it's going to put us in, second place. That's a lot better, only 1.2 seconds behind the leader, which is currently Charles Leclerc. As we accelerate forward out a little bit later qualifying, you can see that we've dropped down to 15th place, but we are up on our deltas, in fact almost a second now, so this should put us about 13th, maybe 10th position. Oh bloody hell, it's 8th place. 8th place at the moment. That's very good. Just behind our own teammate Pierre Gasly, the much younger young charger, of course, that we're going to have a real problem with in this championship, I do believe, as we accelerate forward out to the end of qualifying. We're still in 8th place at the moment, slightly up on the deltas, but I don't think it's going to be enough to influence our grid placing. So no, it hasn't been, unfortunately. So we're still in 8th position at the moment as we now accelerate forward. Now that's the end of qualifying, and we've dropped down 1 place to 9th position. So are we going to stay in 9th or are we going to drop down? And we are going to drop down to 11th position for the race, but still pretty decent in our Alpha Tauri car. So there you go then. 11th for us, 9th for Pierre Gasly, and pole for Lewis Hamilton. Okay then, let's do this.
The stage is set for another enthralling race here in the Kingdom of Bahrain. A Ferrari stronghold in years gone by, but will they be able to add to their record today? We go racing today around 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit, with 15 corners and 2 good passing opportunities into turns 1 and 4. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left tyre into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. Anthony Davidson joins me again for the race today. Why don't we discuss Red Bull? We have a number of changes to the aerodynamic regulations this year, and the signs haven't looked good for them so far in terms of getting to grips with those changes.
It doesn't look promising for them so far. And if the new regs have hit them as hard as we think, well, I suspect they may need a few late nights at the factory to get back on track.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and starting alongside in P2 is Sebastian Vettel. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Leclerc, Ricciardo, Lando Norris, and Raikkonen, Stroll, Verstappen, Gasly, and Sergio Perez. The captain, Ocon, Carlos Sainz, and Albon, Bottas, Kvyat, Kevin Magnussen, and George Russell. De Vries and Antonio Giovinazzi starts from the back of the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
So it's time once again for the 5 lights to go out on the all-seasons career mode. We say go, 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 and it's away he goes from 11th on the grid. In the end, we've got Perez to the right. Look at this, he's splitting straight for the middle of the pack there, and he's already up into 8th position. So we're going to go to turn 1. What's he going to do? He's going to dive down the inside. Oh, Jesus, the Renault. Oh, we almost got the Mercedes as well. Look at this. He's got some real pace in this car. You can already see from looks to there, and he's going for a move on Hamilton. I do believe he's going for a move on Lulu, but Lulu's blocking him. Look at this, blocky, but he dives down the inside, and Lewis Hamilton is contact. There's contact with Lewis Hamilton, but we managed to get through, and we're up into 2nd place. Yes, with a warning for a collision with contact with Hamilton, but that's really aggressive stuff. But he did get through, and he has split the Mercedes straight down the middle and up into 2nd place. Oh, he's gone wide though. He's gone horribly wide, and Lewis Hamilton's got the jump on him. Oh, look at this. But I think he's going to get the position back. Oh, Lewis is going around the outside, as you can see. There's just nowhere to go there for Lewis Hamilton. I don't know why you're at the outside there, but nowhere to go, and we hold on to 2nd place. And in fact, Hamilton's now dropped back hugely behind Leclerc and behind Daniel Ricciardo as well, so he really lost out there. As I say, I don't know why he went so far off to the right hand side, because there's just nowhere to go, because you've got to cut back in, so I just don't understand that. But anyway, we are still in 2nd place at the moment and chasing Sebastian Vettel, but he's already 2.6 seconds up the road, and we haven't even completed the lap yet. No, not even completed the lap, and half a second behind us now at the moment is Charles Leclerc, with Daniel Ricciardo and Honey Badger in the Renault in 4th place. Doing really well in these races is Daniel Ricciardo in that Renault car, I have to say. Anyway, this is now the end of lap 1. Going into lap 2, Sebastian Vettel puts in the fastest lap, going even faster as we speak, and we can see if we can try and catch up to him, but I don't think we're going to be able to. As we accelerate forward out to lap 3, as you can see, Vettel's now 3.9 seconds ahead of us. Charles Leclerc is half a second behind us, and we are still chasing like crazy, but we're in a really good position, it has to be said. Now we've got to work out these pit stops and make sure that we don't cock it up this time like we did in Australia. Yes, we've got to get in a lot earlier than we did in Australia, otherwise we're going to lose out once again. As we accelerate forward now to lap 5, as you can see, Vettel is now 5 seconds up the road. 5 seconds up the road. Charles Leclerc is sort of meandering around the half a second mark, trying to get past us, but there's cars coming up. I could just see in the background, in the rearview mirror, that a car was coming into the pits there. So we are still hanging on at the moment, and Leclerc's looking very angry behind us in that Ferrari car, but we managed to hold him off, so that's all good at the moment. We accelerate forward now to lap 6. Vettel now 5.9 seconds, almost 6 seconds, and Alexander Albon is out of the Grand Prix. Oh no, he is gone. Alexander Albon has gone. Not going to affect our good placings, of course, because we are still in second place. I just saw that Leclerc, I think, has come into his pit stop. Yes, he has. Perez now gone up into third place, and that's all good for us. And our teammates have come in as well. But as you can see, Vettel is still nearly 6 seconds ahead. We're on lap 7. So now we're going to come in for our pit stop. We're not going to leave it any later than this, because we don't want to get this horrible undercut that all the cars seem to get on us, and we always seem to lose out. So we slide down the pit lane. Thank you, lads. Come on, change those tyres. Can we have quicker than 3.1 seconds, please? And that's good. 2.7 for us. Well done, lads, indeed. And we're going to rejoin. I think is it third? No, I think there's cars down. Oh my goodness, there's a huge amount of cars coming past us. Are we going to get in front of them? No. Oh, we just managed to do, I think. No, we got. Oh, this is going to be a bit dodgy. Yes, we do. We managed to get out in front of Charles Leclerc. Fantastic. So we're in 4th position. That's not bad. We always lose out a few places, but that's not too bad. We accelerate from lap 9. Lap 9. Here is the Honey Badger, and we got some real pace in this car. We're going to see if we can dive down the inside of Daniel Ricciardo. Do we? Yes, we do. That was very smooth indeed, in fact, from the Hookster. And we're now back up into second place. So our pit stop strategy worked out perfectly there. Absolutely perfectly. Yes, and we've managed to retain our second place that we've had pretty much from the start of this Grand Prix. We've got no chance of catching Sebastian Vettel. He is away and gone as we accelerate forward now to lap 11. As you can see, still in second place. Sebastian Vettel almost 10 seconds up the road now, and the Honey Badger is behind us 3 seconds. And of course, that Renault car on lap 12. Yes, just 2 more laps to go of this Grand Prix, and it's all over. As we accelerate forward now to lap 14, it is in fact now the last lap of the Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel is going to win it, 15 seconds up ahead of us from our place, which is now second, which means we are going to get some really good World Championship points in only our second outing in the AlphaTauri car. Daniel Ricciardo is going to finish in 3rd place, Charles Leclerc in 4th, and Lando Norris is going to finish in 5th place. So there you go, Sebastian Vettel wins the race in the Mercedes. I just can't get used to seeing Sebastian in a Mercedes, but he's won the race, so it speaks for itself really, doesn't it? As we're about to cross the line and get some really decent points in second place. Come on, yes, get in there. Great work. Wowzers. Wowzers me trousers. Well done, Hookster. No points for round 1, but 18 points for round 2, and he gets driver of the day as well. Fantastic. Fantastic indeed. There is once again Toto Wolff, the Terminator. I'm not going to do it again. I only do it once per episode. That's the rules. That's the rules. Let's go on to the podium now and see where everyone is. First we'll see the winner, and it was Sebastian Vettel in those Mercedes colours. Yes, Mercedes colours. Wow, and there is famous F1 YouTuber Alex Gillian in the background now, posing as a team mechanic. Yes, posing as a team mechanic. And there's Lance Stroll, who finished in 8th position in the BWT Racing Point car. Well done, lads. Well done indeed. So onto the podium. There he is, Sebastian Vettel. And there's the Hookster. Look at him. Look at him. So sprightly. So sprightly. Only 39 years old and still getting podiums in a potato car. Potato car. Look at this. Yes, champagne goes over everyone once again. Fantastic. Fantastic indeed. Well done, lads. Let's go to the scores and the doors then. As you can see, we've now skyrocketed up into 5th place, 18 points. Sebastian Vettel's got 45. Lewis Hamilton in 2nd place. Our teammate is only in 11th, and we're 3rd in the constructors. Well, there you go, everyone. Another exciting instalment of the All Seasons has been completed. I'd just like to say thanks so much for watching, everyone. You have been awesome, as always. And yes, of course, there will, of course, be more later.